For my entrepreneurship minor interview, I will be using a time that I failed to tell you why I deserve to be in the program. To start off, my name is Alyssa Martin, and I'm a junior in the Communication Design program. My story takes place when I was a sophomore here at Miami, and I was the first year into the design program. The fraternity Pi Sigma Epsilon really interested me this year, and I decided to go out for it. To my surprise, I actually got a bid, which I didn't hesitate to accept. As a designer, I was ecstatic to know that our new member project was with P&G and creating a new brand for natural products for them. I was assigned my team, and we got along really well. We worked hard all semester for the presentation, and it was actually announced that we were going to present at P&G headquarters in Cincinnati. I never gave a presentation like this before, and I was insanely nervous. I wasn't good at public speaking, but I was determined to make this a great presentation. The day comes, and my team and I pulled an all-nighter the night before, getting in as much practice as we could, but I was still really nervous. We were one of the last teams to present, and I was going through what I had to say during all of the presentations leading up to it. I felt confident. I opened the presentation, but then 2 slides later, I completely froze. It took me several seconds to regain my composure, but my teammate already took over. I was hanging there in front of all of these people, all of my chapter. It was the most devastating thing I could think of. My team didn't really make me feel good about it either. They completely ignored that it happened, but I couldn't get it off my mind. I let them down, and I let down the chapter. That night I was really hard on myself, but I knew that if I were to be better, I couldn't let this be who I was in the fraternity. If no one was going to help me, then I had no choice but to help myself. 1 week later, I was sought out to fill in a leadership position that required a communication designer. This was my chance to better myself and do something for the chapter. I prepared a speech and gave my presentation to the chapter as their new director of interchapter communications, one of many presentations that would help me in public speaking. As still a new member, I worked with exec and took action to better the chapter and sell myself to the chapter. I was passionate about something and wanted to make it work. I was surrounded by people with the same goal. I utilized the resources that I had, the exec members and other members of the chapter, to recruit more designers and succeeded. I'm happy to say that next Monday I present to the chapter again and get to teach them how to make their own personal brand and design in their everyday life. Even help them sell themselves to a company. I deserve to be in this program because I know firsthand what it's like to develop an entrepreneurial mindset, and I know that it can be used in everyday life, and it should be used in everyday life, not just with starting up a business. I took action to better myself. Without anyone's help, I knew my faults and I worked to overcome them. I used resources I already had, presenting in front of the chapter for exact reasons, and using members and exec members to help me recruit more designers into the chapter. Lastly, I made the decision to better myself, and I took the opportunity that exec gave me to help better myself and the chapter. All of this has to do with an entrepreneurial mindset that I developed and am really passionate about. Thank you for considering me to be a part of the program.